Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Digital Toolbox Podcast. I am your host, Emmanuel Tejada. I'm the owner of Landscape Maverick. We're a digital marketing agency for landscapers and hardscapers. And I'm also the host here on this podcast. And today we got a special guest for you guys. We have Vinny. Vinny, what's up, man? Introduce yourself.
Hi, how are you guys? My name is Vinny from Maple Tree Landscape. We are in Northeast, like 40 minutes from Boston. I am married, have two kids, so trying to grow my business with all the family, all the little kids around. So it's been very grateful to have the experience.
That's awesome, Vinny. That's awesome. Thanks for that background too. Dude, let's get into it. I mean, before you were in landscaping, who was Vinny? Like, because of course, people know you today, but who was Vinny before?
Yeah, so I am originally from Brazil, and I came to United States when I was 18. So I used to work with my daddy as a bakery in Brazil, and then I always want to start my own business, like a entrepreneur. And then I had a cousin who used to live here for more than 20 years. So I said to my daddy, I want to go to America, work, have American dream, get a lot of money, buy a farm in Brazil. And then I didn't like to go to high school, study that much. I always like to buy, sell, like have my own thing. And then my dad say, "Oh, you young, you can go. If you don't like, you come back. We are here. But if you go, come back better than you were here." I say, "Okay."
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir, dude. I love it. I love that. I love that because it's pushing you, but also reinforcing you that you got this. But if anything, we're here for you. I love that.
yeah.
And what part of Brazil are you from, by the way, Vinny? I'm familiar. Are you from Goiás?
No, I am from Minas Gerais is like 3 hours, 4 hours from Rio. No, 6 hours from Rio and São Paulo is like almost in the middle of the country. So
Wow.
yeah, they state I was had a lot of like when Portuguese got to Brazil, they got into Rio and then went to Minas for like a lot of crops of coffee and a lot of mines. That's why my state called Minas. It's like
Minas.
mines.
Ah,
A lot of
yes.
gold, a lot of diamonds over there. So they had all the slaves there working, get all the gold in the mines, and they have a lot of the how call the highways over there. They call like a real family states, like when the slaves used to get all the gold and go walk all that back to Rio to put in the ships and go to Portugal. So have all the historical thing there.
That's awesome. The history there is pretty interesting, actually, in Portugal.
Yes.
Luckily, those two countries, Portugal and Spain conquered a lot of the world.
Yes.
Interesting, man. But Vinny, dude, you have an amazing story, man. I want to get into it, and I know that you started your landscaping journey in Massachusetts, which is you're still there, right?
Yes, I'm still in Massachusetts. Now
Awesome.
our company is based in Wayland. So we serve a 5 mile ratio from the zip code there. So
Mm,
Wayland, Sudbury, Weston. We do a couple more cities, but we concentrate only on that area. And I've been there since 2001. So
amazing, dude. And so, what was the beginning like for you? Like, what made you even want to get into landscaping and owning your own company?
So when I came to United States, my cousin used to be he's still there, work for the same company after 23 years. So
Wow.
he's a manager there. So when I came here, he said, "Hey, you want to work with us in landscape?" I said, "Sure." And so I started work there when I was 18, and I learned all the skills. So when I worked there, the company had only 15 employees, and when I left the company in 2009, they already have like 70 employees. They grew very fast from 2001 to 2010.
Oh, wow. And what were you doing there? Was it landscaping and hardscaping as well?
Yeah, so when I got there, I learned to do like maintenance, spring cleanup, fall cleanup, lawn mowing, and then they had tree work. So I learned tree work as well, like climb trees, take trees down, chip brush, stump grinding. And then I told the owner of the business, I don't want to be like always a laborer. I want to be like a farmer. So he started to give me a bigger job. So I got to the skid steer, started doing lawn installations, like leveling areas, help people do the hardscape, like dig everything, put the crush material there, crushed stone. And then after 6 years I was on that company, I decided to open my own. So I talk with the owner, say, hey, I want to go to my own, I want to start my business. In the beginning, they got very mad because I used to run all the company. But I said I have to follow my journey, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's a scary journey at that. It's not easy being an entrepreneur. So, dude, I mean, how was it? How do you get your first couple clients? How did that
So
go when you get your first employee?
yeah, so the journey was very like hard work. Like everybody knows, like immigrants, they come here, they work like 100 hours a week. They want to make happen.
Yes.
So when I decided to quit that company, I used to deliver a newspaper in the morning. So I used to wake up every day 4 o'clock in the morning, deliver newspaper until 7, and work landscaping 7 to 7. And I used to do some limousine cleanups after. I work for like a limousine company from 10 on the at night until 2 in the morning. And sometimes I would go straight to newspaper again. So it was very tough.
Wow, man. Talk about work ethic and hard work, man. Holy shit. People think it's easy, you know? People think it's like, oh, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm
Yeah.
my own boss. I can work no hours. And you're going to make zero fucking money at the same time. So, but dude,
Yeah.
that's amazing what you had to do.
But yeah, but the limousine, I used to like a Monday to Thursday. I work for a 4 in the morning newspaper until 7, and 7 to 7 landscape. And then when it was Thursday to Friday, I think it was Friday, it was only 2 days. So Friday I would wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, deliver newspaper until 7, 7 to 5, 6 landscape, go home, sleep a little bit, clean limousine 10 at night until 2 in the morning, and then I would sleep a couple hours in the car and go get the paper, deliver and go landscape again on a Saturday morning until 1, 2 o'clock. Saturday I never work like crazy until 1, 2, and then after that I go home, sleep all until 10 o'clock at night. And 10 o'clock at night I clean limousine again until 2 in the morning. Then I deliver the newspaper Sunday morning, and then I had the rest of the day on Sunday off. But I did that like for 4 months when I started my business because I was afraid because you don't have money to pay the truck because I bought almost a brand new truck when I started. So I did different than everybody else. I met a guy who was he was gonna divorce his wife, and they bought 2 brand new cars. They had a brand new truck and a brand new Mercedes. And he said, oh, my wife don't want the car, so I'm gonna take the Mercedes and I'm gonna give that truck for you, just make the payments. So we went to the bank, and he just transferred the truck for my name. So he was paying like $500 back then on the monthly for the truck monthly payment. And I was afraid, how I'm gonna pay this, pay my rent, this and that, and no work
Yeah.
still. So I worked there for 4 months, and after 4 months, I say too much work. Now I have couple clients, so I'm gonna just be newspaper and landscape.
And no more limo.
No more limo. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome, bro. And so, how did you get your first couple clients? How was it, especially
So my
so
first
long ago?
clients, I used to deliver newspaper. I had a newspaper route with I think was almost 200 newspaper. So I made some flyers and I put inside the newspaper.
Oh,
Fell
you
through on
sneaky
the
bastard, you.
yeah,
When people would call you and say, "Hey, I got the newspaper and I also got your flyer. Come
yeah.
out and give me an estimate."
Yeah, and then I did that like for almost 3 years when I was in the newspaper, and until the manager say, "Hey, you cannot do that because you should pay newspaper for advertisement and this and that." But by then, I already had 50 customers on my newspaper route, and the area I used to do is Weston, is one of the richest towns here, so I had a
Right.
lot of good customers. So
That's
that's how I
awesome.
grew up fast. True.
Holy crap! And when you say you had 50 customers, those are what, lawn care or landscaping or project work, or what was it?
Yeah, so back then when I started my the name of the business called Vinny Construction and Landscape. So I used to do like lawn installation. I had some friends of mine doing irrigation, so I subbed there for them. So I used to do like a big lawn installation and irrigation, and I did all the other services like spring cleanup, floor cleanup, mowing, pruning, take some trees down, snow plowing in the winter. So I used to tell the clients, I would say, I will plow your driveway and deliver the newspaper at the same time. Because I used to go deliver the newspaper with my truck with the plow on it. And on my customers, I plow, and the other guys, I just throw the paper. Yeah.
A crazy story, Vinny. What the hell, man? This guy's making the best out of you're making the best out of your time. You're doing two
Yeah.
jobs at the same time.
Yes.
That's amazing, man. Wow. And
Yeah.
then today, Vinny, who are you? On what level are you guys at today? Because I know you guys have came so long. You put in so much work, and your business is flourishing. So tell us
Sure.
about you guys today.
Yeah, so back then I had one employee who used to work with me like 40, 50 hours a week. So only me and him. So I used to do all the estimates. I used to mow lawns. I used to do cleanups. I was the guy who climbed the tree, go on the machine, do the lawn installation. So
Hmm.
I only had much time to do what I could. So when I went back to Brazil in 2009, because 2008 was the big crash on the economy, so I used to mow a lawn, and the guy said, "Oh, don't mow it today, mow it in a couple weeks." And then I was
Hmm.
gonna give a price for cleanup $500, and they say, "Oh no, too expensive." And I say, "Oh, I'm not gonna um, make that much money like before." So I had a friend of mine who would like to buy the business, and what happened too is when I came in 2001, I said I'm gonna stay 10 years and go back. And then when it was 9 years, I went to a jiu-jitsu competition because on the winter I wouldn't have that much work. I just did newspaper, snow plowing when it snows. When didn't have snow, I stayed home because I couldn't have no work on the side like a restaurant or delivery because I had to have my time free for plowing. So I just did
Hmm.
paper and plowing. So I started doing jujitsu. And then I went to a jujitsu competition in New York. And then I got first place because when I was later in Brazil, I used to do judo and I was very good. I was like almost first on the state. And
Wow.
when I came here, the jiu-jitsu, I learned how to throw the guy down, hold it, and I win the fight.
Wow. And I know
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu is a big part of Brazil.
Yes.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu. By the way, do you know the Meow brothers?
No.
Is that their name? I forgot their name, but they're two brothers. They're very famous from Brazil. They have like 1 million followers each on social media. I actually train with them at their gym. It's pretty
I
cool. Here.
remember back then they had the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in California, and
Mm.
they went even to the MMA before when it was UFC started like 10 years ago. They was big, and now I don't follow anymore.
Gotcha. So
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 then
what happened at that tournament? Did you
Yeah,
meet
so
them?
then I won that tournament, and then the guy say, "Hey, let's go to the national in Brooklyn," like a month after, and I had to drop like 10 pounds to go to the national because I was champion of all the weights, like middle, heavy. So I got that.
Holy
Say, "Oh,
shit.
let's bring you down, and you're gonna be fighting people like I think 200 pounds, not like 220, 250, 270, only up to 200." And then I lost that weight. I went to the competition very good, and by the final, the guy jumped on my waist, and I twist my knee
Oof.
and tore all the ligaments on my knee,
Oh
and
my
was
goodness.
done. And then I had to stay like almost a month on the bed and do the physiotherapy. I had to do surgery, and that surgery here was like almost $60,000 to do it. And
Gosh.
my insurance I wasn't gonna pay, and I say, "Oh no, I'm gonna sell my business, go back to Brazil. It's already almost 10 years. I want to see my family." My parents just came here a couple of times, but and my brother and my sister one time to see me. So I say I want to see everybody. So I sold that business, went back to Brazil in 2009,
How
and
difficult was it to sell your business at that time?
to sell.
Yeah, how difficult was it
That
to?
was easy because back then I just sold the truck, the equipment, and I gave all the customers for the guy. So I sold like for $45,000 all the equipment and everything, and we used to make almost 300,000. So I sold it for him only the equipment, and I say you can keep everything, and you just pay me the 45,000. It's good. So I didn't have that much knowledge how much a business is worth.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Holy crap, what a story. But and what about today? How many employees do you guys
Yeah.
have?
So then,
How
then
did
when,
you start another company pretty much? Because this is a new
yes.
company. So
So when I planned to came back to United States in 2017, I married my wife in 2016, and we were talking, and I say, "Oh, I lived in the United States 10 years. I like that very much. My English, I have communication with everybody there. I have a professional there. I'm a landscape. I know how the economy and how everything works there. Do you like to go there and see how is the life?" And say, okay, I would like to. She never left Brazil to enter another country, and say, okay, let's go. So then I came back in 2017. I worked for the same company I worked in the beginning in 2001, but that company was like huge. It was like 120 employees, like 100 trucks. They dominate the area.
holy shit.
Yeah. So then I worked for them 1 year, and then after 1 year, I was the mentality of mine was when I used to work for them, their job was like 30 employees, 40 employees. They used to do like a very fine work, and all the work I learned was with I learned all the landscape techniques I learned was with the owner. So the owner was over there, but it's 100 employees, and they never could teach the 100 employees how to do their way. So I used to go to one job. I would like to do the job finer, and they say, "No, let's go do this and let's go." So I say, "I
Wow.
do this." So then I decided to open my business, and I talked with my wife. I had some money saved, and I say if I go to Ford and they can finance a brand new truck, I'm gonna start my business. And then I went there, got the financial for a truck and a plow, and I always thought to open my business on the fall, not on the spring, because fall is the best time to open a landscape business because all these leaves gonna drop before Thanksgiving, and a lot of companies they have 700 customers. They're never gonna make these guys happy because a lot of customers they want the fall cleanup done before Thanksgiving, and some
Mm.
companies they do cleanup until almost Christmas. So I said, I'm gonna open my business again, and I did the same technician. I got the truck and I talked with them, and I say I'm gonna open my. I told them if they're gonna give me a raise, I would stay with them, but if they not, I'm gonna leave because there was raising everybody else a lot of money, and they didn't give me no raise there. Um, and they say, "Oh, we cannot give you a raise right now." I say, "Okay, so I'm gonna leave." And they ask me, "Oh, you're gonna open your company again?" And I say, "Yes, I am. I'm gonna open."
Wow. You did.
Yeah.
Holy. And so wow, man, what a story. So you opened up two landscaping companies. One of them you sold, took some time off, started up another one. Holy shit, that's amazing. So let's get into it, Vinny. I mean, where are you guys at today? Like, how many employees do you guys have right
So
now? How
yeah.
successful, like financially, are you guys? How does everything look for you right
So right now, when I started my business, I worked only myself again. I used to do the same thing, get the flyers. I did not do newspaper, but I'll put the flyer on the tree rocks, go through in the neighborhood, put some door hangers, and I start pick 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I start in September 15, 2018, and I start getting pick up a lot of fall cleanups, a lot of snow plowing. So I did that, me and one guy, In the next year, I changed my mentality and I said, if I keep working like this, I'm never gonna grow my business. So this time I had 3 employees. I used to give estimates, and then I made a minimum for my business. So I had 2 guys working 10 hours, $500, 20 hours, $1,000. So I leave these 2 guys doing the work, and I was getting new work. And that work for the first year, we made almost 400,000 on the first year. Me and 2 guys. I was helping them mowing and doing everything. And then me and my wife start doing some business coaching. And then we start knowing numbers and knowing all the break-even point, how much we need to make to grow up our business, how much each truck and each employee can bring revenue to us.
So at first, you guys were kind of
The mentality. And then that's why now we have 15 employees, more than 200 customers that we do everything, snow plowing, fall cleanup, spring cleanup, all the maintenance. And we raised from 300,000 now this year, close to 2.5 million in revenue. Yeah.
wow, amazing. So it sounds like at first you guys were not running blind, but you guys were making money, but not necessarily knowing what you needed to scale, what
Yeah.
what the KPIs, like the trackable things that you guys should be doing. So wow, man! And what type of business coaching was that you guys were able to invest in?
Yeah, so we invested in was a business coach, and we start changing our mentality. In Brazil, they have called Febracis. In Brazil, they have it, and they have it here in Boston. One of the place you go, and they have one, two in Orlando, Florida. So they have 2 here, and they have like more than 50 in Brazil. So it's like Tony Robbins, but the guy there is Paulo Vieira, and then I learn with him all the skills. I change my mindset, the way I communicate, the way I dress, the way I show up in a customer's house to sell our product. And I start following some new guys on the industry, on the landscaping industry, and then I start learn more techniques, and I always check the results. I implement on my business, check the result. If it's good, we keep doing and get better. If it's not good, we take it out and put something new. Always trying to learn different skills to scale our business.
That's so freaking cool, man. Because you guys
Yeah.
learn and then implement, learn, implement. If it
Yes.
works, it stays. If it doesn't work, it doesn't stay. I
Yeah.
like that mindset a lot because it's very typical for a lot of smaller landscapers to just go around and do the same thing every single time, and they
Yeah.
might be cutting it close, making a little bit of money to be able to pay everything off and make some profit. But instead of trying new things, they keep doing that same thing,
Mhm.
because there's a chance that you might try something new and it might fail. But there's also a chance that you try something new and it takes you to the next level. But
Yes.
people just want to stay the same, and that's kind of what you broke through yourself, it sounds like.
Yeah, a lot of people say the successful people is that people that tried more things and fell, and the things they got better, they got to the next level. So I mean, always trying new things to bring my business to the next level. Because when I started this time, I didn't want to get that much mowing customers, because if everybody knows mowing, you don't make that much money anymore. Because
Right.
in 2001, I used to mow a house for $50. Now the same house is $80, and some landscapers still mow the house for $50 or $35. How they can make a living with that money? Gas, employee. Back then I used to make $8 an hour. Now the guy who mows alone make $25 an hour, and how we still keep charging $50. So the way when I changed my mentality, I said my minimum for mowing is 80. People who wants us to mow their house is gonna pay 80. If they don't pay 80, we're not gonna go. And when
Really?
you
You're
change,
paying $80? People pay 80 to get their lawn mowed?
yes,
Really? And now that's regardless of the size or what?
minimum. If it's gonna be the size of a pickup truck, it's gonna be $80. If it's gonna be like a half an acre or to an acre, it will be $80.
Gotcha. Wow.
Is the
Interesting.
price is like a standard, because the guy is gonna have to drive, get there, mow the house, weed whack, and blow. It's gonna be like 30 minutes. And if two guys go and mow half an acre and blow and trim, is gonna be almost the same time.
That's true. So you might as well get paid for the time that you guys are there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. And so
And
what about what
and
about things
when
like
and when you
hardscaping
change
too?
the mentality, people
Mhm.
don't know they call like a physic, how you call in Portuguese, I know, but physical quantity. So when you change your mindset, I'm only gonna mow houses $80. I've been doing that for 3 years. Nobody called me and say, "Hey, Vinny, can you mow my house for $30, 35, 50?" No. Everybody, when calls me, I say, "Hey, the minimum is $80. We charge 26 cuts, time $80, 3 payments. We don't do monthly payment. You do first payment May, second payment July, and second and third payment September. So only 3 payments for the whole season." So when
Mhm.
I've been doing that so much and $80 and that is our standard, all we 90% of the people call we close because we already have the price established. You know what I mean?
I see what you mean, and I think I know that word. I can't think of the word, but I know what you're talking about. It's like if somebody told you to see, oh, think of a red car, and then when
Mhm.
you go outside, all you see is red cars. So now
Yeah.
when you guys know what you're gonna ask for, all your customers are $80. There's no
Mhm.
problem.
Mhm. Yes.
Wow, amazing. And so that's on the lawn care and landscaping side of things. What about when it comes to project work? Because I know you guys put in some beautiful patios, outdoor living type of hardscapes. What's that looking like for you guys?
So for the hardscape part, I always been trying to get more hardscape work and get more yard transformation work like we've been doing. Like we go over there, the guy have a pool, we rip everything out, put a sod, irrigation, put a patio on it. Those jobs I have to kind of have more time to focus on it. So since I'm the only one now doing quotes, and I do quotes for everything: tree work, mowing, cleanups, irrigation, patios. So sometimes I think I should have more time to get more projects like this because those projects take time. You have to go over there, talk with the customer, bring the samples, go on the computer, put a software, make the patio, fire pit, maybe a pergola. I seen a lot of guys, they start the business and they go to the mentality, they get so much work and they grow so fast because they bring different things to the landscape that nobody does.
That's
So
very true. And what are some examples? Like, is it like a 3D design here
like a
or open
3D
style there?
design, yeah, like a picture, like you take a picture of the area and you can design on it and you show before and after. So this is gonna be look like, and this is gonna is how the way it is. And I know that works because for my landscape, the only way I could scale my business is clone Vinny. I had to clone myself to all my employees. And people say, "Hey, Vinny, how you did that?" I grab my iPhone, I go make a video, and I say, "Hey, you should trim the plant right here. When you prune, take down from the window. The customer want to see outside. When you trim these bushes, you clean all these weeds here. You see that on the corner is a flower. Don't take that one." So I make that video. When I talk with the customer, giving the estimates, I have a CRM on my phone that record everything the customer said to me, and I take picture all the property in video. So my employee is gonna go to do their work. They're gonna do the same way I talk with the customers and all the video and all the ways to do it. So it's the same venue as they are doing it.
Wow. Wow, that's smart actually. Yeah, because that video that you're trimming, you're gonna say to the customer, "Hey, is this exactly what you want?" They're gonna say, "Yes, that's what we want." And then you just assign somebody from your team, they watch that exact same video, which is what the client wants.
Yes, and then
Wow.
when the guys finish their work, they recorded everything to me, and they say, "Hey, Vinny, you see this here? You told me to bring low from the window. We did all this. This one here, I took a little bit more because the customer came outside. We never touched the plant because it's very sentimental to the customer. We didn't pull out like the last landscaper. We clean all the weeds, everything is done. We go into the next one, and they click, goes to the CRM, and then from the office over there, the girls on the office just watch. Everything is good. They go to the next one. So I just go to customers when I to give the estimates, and I take all the data, and then I don't need to go there anymore. Maybe in 10 years, I have all the data. Every time they're going to go to the property, they make a video, take picture, record it. We have all on a customer's folder.
Wow, that's beautiful. And what CRM is that, by the way, that you're using? Is it Jobber?
So it's a company cam.
Company Cam. Yes, I've seen their ads too.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. So is that a CRM or is it more just for
Yeah,
documenting?
so the company cam now is like a I call like a CRM because I have all my customers' information there too, like name, email, phone number. Now you
Nice.
can do payments here. Now you can do worksheets. You can do a work order all through them. So and they connect with Jobber. So when I get a new customer on Jobber on the CRM, automatically they generate a customer, the same customer at company cam. So when I go to customer, I just open my company cam, they get the location, and the name is gonna be there. And then I just take the pictures and put all there.
That is an awesome process. So you guys are using both Jobber and Company Cam, and they're integrated together. Wow,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. And let me ask you this: so what you just described there was what you're doing for lawn care and landscaping. If it's a hardscaping project, is it the same process? Do you go out with the phone? Hey, the
Everything.
customer,
All.
same
Yeah.
process.
Yes.
Wow, and it's always you doing those videos, or is it? Do you have like a project manager that does the
No,
estimating for you?
so I do the videos. I go there, do the videos, take the pictures,
Hmm.
and like I said, every day I'm trying to get better. So I hire one girl in the office now, and she's learning my skills because before I do 10 estimates in a day. So I have to make 10 video, 100 pictures, and by the end of the day, I have to mark everything for the customer. Um, like I said, I go to a property, and then I take a picture of the front of the house, and the customer say, just prune those two shrubs. So on company cam, I can mark the shrubs. So I put like a marker, prune this shrub, don't touch this ones. So now I have a girl at the office today. I train it. She does that for me because it's 10 estimates in a day. So she's doing all the marking all the pictures, marking everything. And when I'm gonna send a quote for the customer, I make a link and then I put that link inside the quote. So these are the pictures of your project. So when they're gonna open the quote, they see $10,000 worth of work. Or they're gonna prune this, they're gonna do the fall cleanup, they're gonna mow the lawn, all this area, they're gonna plant these plants, is gonna be all there. So
Wow,
that's
that's
a
a
bit
beautiful product.
game changer. Will bring value to our service. So
That's beautiful.
yeah,
Instead of it just being like a you talk and then hope that they can picture it in their mind. You have those
yeah,
pictures. It's
yeah,
gonna have the lines on it. This is what we're
yeah,
gonna do. We're gonna do this and that. Wow, that's
yeah.
beautiful, man.
And that's why I said we like so close to start doing that in hardscape. So next year my goal is to hire a new salesman to do the job I'm doing. We're gonna have to train him. Then I can focus more in hardscape and do like a different 3D projects, like for like a patio with pool with fire pit. And then
Yeah,
I have to learn first how to do all the sketches, and then I can pass that to the office to do it for me.
yeah, 100%. And you're absolutely correct. It is a game changer to have those 3D designs because like I do the marketing for a lot of the top guys in the industry. And all of them, that 3D design, man, it just does something for the client when they can actually see their property in a 3D rendering. It's unbelievable what you can do. Like it makes the sales process easier because you're not just telling them, hey, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. You're actually showing them their home
Yeah,
in a 3D world moving around, and it's amazing what that does.
yeah, and that how you can be different from the others. So we just closed a job in a condominium. We're doing like a metal edge. The job is like almost 500,000 for the job.
Uh,
Yeah, it's that big project, the biggest project we ever had on Maple Tree. And the only reason we closed that job is because company came. I went over there in February. It was freezing like I almost froze my hand, but we took picture from the 70 properties there. I marked everything, line up everything, this metal edge, this gravel, this metal edge, no gravel. And over there are like 4 streets and 70 buildings. So no, like 40,
For
30 buildings with 70 houses, because it's like one building have 3 houses on it. So we market everything, and I say builder 1 unit 10, 11, 12, and I mark all the pictures. Building 2 units. So they just closed the contract with us, because nobody, all the other people that bid the project, they didn't have that, and we have.
all they say is, "Oh, we can do it," but you say, "I can do it," and here's the breakdown. Here's this. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and the landscape committee of the condominium, they printed, so they made a book with like 100 pictures. All the pictures, I had it all marked, all lined up. And when we go to the building to check the result, and she said, "Hey, Vin, your picture here. This is the match. Good. All you have over there, and you have all this." And my guys have on their phone all the areas they have to do it, so they check. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. So it's so easy to scale and delegate.
Wow, that's beautiful, man. Holy crap! You definitely differentiate yourself from other, 1, 2, 3 landscaping down the street that just has one van and doesn't have all this technical ability like you do. So that's awesome. What about things like what should smaller contractors, landscapers, and hardscapers, what should they focus on to make more money for their business, right? Because of course you guys have scale from 0 to 2 million, and of course you have an amazing ability to implement things into your business. What do you think is the number one game changer that somebody can implement right now to make more money?
Yeah, so for they make more money or their business, they have to know what kind of area they wanna be working on. Like let's see, they wanna do power washing, so they have to have all those software like a CRM to send the prices, maybe 3 prices. Oh, this is the minimum, this is the basic, this is the top service, and they have to have the company cam to take all those pictures, line up the areas for the product he's gonna use. On Maple Tree, we have like with Jobber, it's so easy, right? When they sign, they make the deposit. When they finish, we send the rest of them. On Jobber, we have now the Google review on it. So when we finish that job, they go over there, give you the review. So now, before I spent like $50,000 a year with marketing. People like say, "You crazy?" Yeah, I spent 50 grand. My name is everywhere on the town. But now I don't. This year I spent maybe 10. Last year I spent 50. And
Mm.
people say, I say, "Hey, how do each estimate I go, I ask, how did you hear about Maple?" And they say, "Oh, I see on Google your reviews are great." And to another, "Hey, how you learn? How did you hear about Maple?" "Oh, I see your trucks everywhere." "Oh, how did you hear about Maple?" The yard signs all the time when we do work, we put the yard sign on customer's house. So like, "Thank you for your business. We appreciate you're a 5-star customer." So you have to go different than everybody doing it. So like on the coaching, when I learn is if everybody going to the right, doing the same thing, you go opposite. You're gonna do different than everybody else. So that's what we've been doing on Maple. Everybody doing one thing, we're going to the another direction. So right now, the another direction I'm going, we start doing power wash in the summer. We're doing mosquito and ticks spray, and now we're gonna do deer repellent for the fall and winter. All organic. And mosquito is organic, and deer is organic. So those are 2 things that a lot of landscape doesn't do it. They never
Yeah,
got the
I've
services of
never
it.
heard of deer repellent. Never heard of that. So how are you gonna sell that? Are you gonna call them? Or are you gonna email them? Or are you gonna text
Yes.
them? How does
So
that
we're
work?
gonna make a campaign. We're gonna send for all our customers selling. The first application is free for all our customers. So if they want to sign up with us, first application free, and we're gonna sell the other ones. The mosquito is free for first application, but next year, since I want to escalate more my services, everybody who sign up with Maple gonna get free mosquito intake spray for the whole season. Everybody.
Are you gonna have
Because
to increase your price to do that or no?
yes, I'm gonna increase my price a little bit on my customers and new customers, but we are already there. So I'm gonna go over there to mow the lawn. I just grab the machine and spray. I'm there. Takes me 5 minutes. So why I cannot give something like more value for my customers? They won't have ticks and mosquitoes, and since I'm already there, so why they gonna change a landscape and nobody's gonna do for free for them, and we're gonna do it?
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that a lot, actually. I've never heard of anybody doing that. That's pretty cool.
yeah,
Maybe you could, who knows? Maybe you could even trade it. Hey, listen, if you leave us a good review, we'll do this for free. And then you were
yeah.
gonna do it free anyway, so now you have
Yeah.
a review. So that's
And the power washing is a great thing to have because a lot of the houses here are in the shade. They have so much moss, so we do a lot of power washing now in the summertime. So now is a lot of people only mowing and do a little trimming and weeding, and we have the power wash going on and hardscape, and we're gonna try to get more services for Maple to get through the summertime.
amazing, 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 amazing. And can you remind us again, how many employees do you have?
So we have 12 on the field and 3 on the offices, so 15.
15 total. Wow. And
And
then
plus me
so
and my wife, 17.
17. Okay, cool. Oh, what's your, I forgot your wife is also involved. What's your wife's role in the business?
So my wife rules on the business is count the money and don't let me spend and invest too much in the business.
Hey, that's the perfect role. That's awesome, man. Awesome. And so she's been helping you pretty much since you started the business, pretty much, right? Because you mentioned.
Yes, yes. She started with me and then she always did like the payroll. She used to do all the estimates for me. And then after that we hired a couple girls at the office and now she just go over there, check everything's going the way we so I'm put it for so so my wife make all the payments, go over there, check all the invoices, if everything is doing good, check the numbers, check all the data, how much we spend in gas, how much employees, see how much work coming in. So she goes to the office 2 days a week to do all that.
Wow, awesome. And then one thing I'm curious too, I think a lot of people will find value in is you as the owner of a company that you're no longer in the field doing the work yourself. How does a typical day look like for you? How do you usually structure your days?
Sure. So since I have like now 4 crews, so we have on Jobber, all the crews have the app on the phone. They know what to do. I wake up every day 5 o'clock in the morning. Come down. Wake up. I get all my things ready. I pray, get my things, go to the. Sometimes I stay home until because my house is like 40 minutes to the shop. So I go over some numbers, check the estimates. I have to do it. Go over there. Sometimes every Monday I go to to the shop, talk with the guys. We pray, say good. They have a blessed week. Everybody's safe, and they go to work. And then I go to the office. I try to do now because I have 2 kids and they young, so I have to pick up and they care,
Mm,
drop off. So I'll be
yeah.
doing like 12 estimates per week. So I work Monday on the afternoon 1 to 4. I have like 3 times for estimates. Tuesday I have I think 4 times for the estimates. Wednesday I don't work. It's been 3 years I don't work Wednesday. I took the Wednesday off to stay with my wife and my family. So me and
Mm,
my wife go to lunch. We have to do something like bring a kid for the doctor or stay home with her and talk about something else. So Wednesday I take that day off for her. It's very important because those days is where we bring more ideas to our life and the business.
ooh, that's key right there. That's key right there. I'm
Yeah.
actually reading a book right now that mentions that, like, taking time to think. Like, it's cool, it's important to work hard too, but you also have to think and sit back and strategize instead of
Yeah.
every day just hit, hit, hit. It's good to sit back and say, damn, how do I do it? And then once you have something formulated, then you go and attack it.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that, actually.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome, man. And so you
And then
pretty much work 4 days a week.
Yeah, so I work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't work Saturday. I don't work Sunday. On my business, we had the mentality we work Saturday. The team works Saturdays only until before Memorial Day, and then Memorial Day until Labor Day we don't work Saturdays, so they can have some time with the family. A lot of guys are single; they can wash the clothes, go in the supermarket, and they work a lot of hours, so I don't make them work Saturdays and Sundays.
That's awesome, man. So it sounds like you guys really have a lot of work life balance, and you mentioned that you guys pray together. So it
Yeah.
just sounds like it's very tight knit group of people that are doing amazing things, dude. So I really love that. I love that. And so right now, how old are you, by the way, Vinny?
So I am 41.
Wow, that's amazing, man. You look like you're 21.
Yes, I look young, but hey, come.
Hey, yeah. But that's amazing, man. You really have an amazing story. And what you mentioned is like, I'm still thinking about it. Like imagining, because I've had those types of days too, where it's like you barely get any sleep, and you were going from job to job to job, a little bit of sleep, repeat, and no complaints. And look at where you are today. Your company's doing 2 million. You're doing great. You have work life balance. You have time for the family, time for the business. People
Yeah.
love working for you. Your customers love the work that gets done for them. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
We're really good. We just like when my customers or when my employees come with problems, and I say, hey guys, because sometimes like I deal with 12 employees and 200 customers. Of course, I have problems, not all the time, but I have problems.
Yes.
Them don't focus on the problem, let's focus and resolve the problem. So what's the problem? The guy is complaining because he went to the truck and don't have gas on the truck, and the truck almost die on the road without gas. So go put the gas and go over there in a group we have and say, hey, truck number 5, somebody didn't put the gas on it. Next time check and let's put the gas. So why you guys are gonna keep focused on problem? Who did, who didn't? They have to do, they don't have to do. You guys have to focus and get the job done. Just go and fill it up the truck. The same with customers. Before, customers used to complain about, oh, your guys didn't come here and prune the tree. And before I was getting very mad with customers because on my mind is Vinny never had the complaint. I used to work for landscape for 10 years. I never had a complaint, and I never let a job down. If we started 20 yards a mulch, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we're going to finish that thing. If it's going to have to stay over there until midnight, we're going to finish. We have to finish. So we're going to do to finish. This is Vinny, is not my employees. So I have to learn that. So when customers
Mm,
call and complain, hey, the guy didn't prune the shrub. Okay, I understand. Please send me the picture. Let me see how we can help you. And the customer saying, oh, what do you mean? Oh, the top, you want to take how many? 2 feet? Okay, I'm going to send another crew. We're going to fix that for you. No problem.
I
So
see.
now we start bringing a new mentality because I have 12 employees. I'm training them to do the way I do it, but they're never going to be Vinny that do with no complaints. So a lot of people, I think they get frustrated in businesses because they get reliable on another people, and if the people don't do it, they think they are them, and they say, "Oh, fuck this customer! I'm not gonna come back there and prune it. He's good."
That
So
makes perfect sense. Yeah, and I
yeah,
love the fact that you're training your employees to have that kind of problem solving mentality instead
mhm,
of just reacting to things. It's
yeah,
like, oh, I understand that you're upset. Let's fix it. Instead of saying, why are you upset? But just let's find a solution and let's get past
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like another day, they went to do a gutter cleaning, and now here it's raining a lot. So maybe the gutter was full of water, and they come over there. They blew all the gutter, cleaned it, but splashed mud on the side of the house. And the guy could grab the hose and wash it. He didn't wash it, and here we have those wires to melt the snow on the gutters, and the wires was hanging, and they left. And then
Oh,
they
wow.
all very upset, and I went over there and I say, oh, what's going on? Oh, I had to grab my water, hose, wash over here. I got very upset. Now I have all these wires hanging. Can you guys come here and fix it? Before I used to get very bad because I never did that such a thing. So I grabbed the phone, called the former. Hey, how are you? Good. So you guys did, they got a clean on this house. What happened? Nothing. We did a good job. You say, I know, but the customer said you guys blew it. There's mud everywhere. The wire is hanging here. Do you want me to send you a picture for the wires? The mud, she cleaned it, but the wires is hanging. And the guy, oh, this woman's crazy. We didn't do that. I say, yes, but you guys did. The wire is here. So when you finish the next job, you guys grab the truck, drive here and fix the right way because she upset. I cannot. We are here to make our customers happy. And next time don't happen again. If he splash muds, you grab the water, get the hose and wash down. If you cannot wash down, call the office. If the water is off, call the office. We're gonna have to fix it. Problems are here, and we are paid to get fixed. And he said, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." And they went over there, put all the wires back together, took a picture, sent to the office. The office say, "Okay." We call the customer, "Okay." They left. Job's done.
Job was done. Yeah, it's not like you called them to yell at them. Why the fuck? You said, hey, no, let's just fix it.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, dude, I love that because you're actually doing the right thing. You're not blowing up on the customer because at the end of the day, like you said, you're there to make them happy. So that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and I tell them, now you learn it. Next time you blow the gutter and make mud on the side of the house, get the water and wash it. Oh, if the water is closed, call the office, take a picture. Let's tell the customer the water is closed. We can all take the water, or you can even unclog the gutter first before you blow it, right? So sometimes you have to think for the employee and you have to think for the customer, but that's why you get paid.
To figure it out. Wow, man, that's amazing, Vinny. And I want to be respectful of your time, and you've been an amazing guest, Vinny. One last question: if you can give one piece of advice to a landscaper, young landscaper that wants to get to your point where you are right now, breaking the $2 million mark, what's a piece of advice that you will give for them so they can grow their business?
So two things. On the beginning, you're gonna have to work like your ass off. Like you're gonna have to start mowing grass for $50, for $30 until you start going up and up. You're never gonna start mowing grass for 80 and be successful because everybody does for 80. All the big companies get 80. Why a customer is gonna change 80 if they get another guy to mow for 80? So you start slow, know your numbers. If you're gonna work yourself, say, oh, I'm gonna make $20 an hour. You mow 10 houses a day, $500. You take your pay, 300 is for the business. Put on the side. Work again. Always buy brand new equipment is the best thing you do. If you cannot buy brand new equipment on the beginning, rent it. Go and rent it. You get like 10 houses, you can do with the push mower. Buy a brand new push mower, do it. If you get 20 houses, you can buy a brand new stand on 10 grand, rent it for like 150 and get the 20 done. Then you won't have the liability until you buy a brand new equipment and you're gonna get like equity on it. You know what I mean? And then when you know your worth. On the beginning, you know you're gonna have to work harder than everybody, but you're always gonna know your worth. You're gonna do a good job. You're gonna be fair with customers. Always give a good price. Have a good relationship, and then you can scale your business and teach your employees to do the work you want them to do it. Always explain. I want you to do this way. This way is professional. That's the best thing to do. Like I said before, when I started Maple Tree, I used to charge $50 an hour, and then next year 60, next year 70, next year 80, next year 85. Now next year maybe 90. So we go little by little. I didn't start Maple $90 an hour. $90 an hour. All the other big companies around me charging. So if I charge 85, sometimes the customer get upset and they're gonna call, hey Vinny, how much you charge? 85. Oh, this guy charged me 90. Let me try Vinny. He's a little bit cheaper. He have good reviews, and then we get a good.
1000%, dude. I love it, and I appreciate all that. Those golden nuggets. Anybody that's listening in, definitely apply that because Vinny's definitely in a great position, and that's where you guys want to get to ultimately. So, Vinny, if anybody has any questions or wants to reach out to you that's listening to this podcast, or whether they're a future client of yours that are in the area, how can they get in contact with you?
Sure, they can get contact with me at Maple Tree Landscape on the Instagram and Facebook. And you guys can shoot me an email to Vinny at mapletreelandscape.net. I'm here to help anyone who wants to grow the business. And to grow your business, first you have to grow yourself, be better each day, and then you're gonna do the same with your business and your whole life.
I love it, Vinny, and I love your energy. I love what you're doing. Thank you so much for being a guest here and for
Thank you.
dropping those golden nuggets for us, brother. Have an amazing rest of your day.
Thank you. Have a great day. It was a pleasure to be with you guys.
Yes, sir.